Socializing for introverts can be quite challenging. Since they recharge by spending time alone, having conversations with too many people can feel exhausting. Does that sound like you? If so, I totally understand, because in this video, I'm going to go over how to make interesting small talk even if you're an introvert. Tip number 1, recall previous successes. I noticed that a lot of people who struggle socially get stuck about past failures over and over again. But for now, a quick tip that will help you be in a good headspace before you socialize with others is to recall a time where you had a positive interaction with somebody. Close your eyes, play that memory like a movie in your head, and imagine what that felt like. And in just a few minutes, you'll start to feel pretty good about yourself. The reason why this works is because your mind doesn't know the difference between perception and reality. Your thoughts determine your emotions, so be mindful of what you focus on. At tip number 2, we have an open body language. Let me ask you a question. Would you want to talk to someone with their arms crossed and has a frown on their face? I didn't think so. According to research, over 90% of how you communicate to others is nonverbal. It's not just what you say, but how you say it matters too. If you want to portray yourself as an engaging conversationalist, make sure you can also work on your body language. What you'll want to do is maintain proper eye contact, smile, keep your feet shoulder width apart, stand up straight, and avoid touching your face. When you do these things, you'll come across open and friendly, which makes whoever you talk to feel more comfortable and at ease. Tip number 3, we have follow your curiosity. Introverts are naturally good observers, so if that sounds like you, make sure you take advantage of that trait. What I want you to do is pay close attention to the person you're talking to and ask yourself what's interesting about them. People love talking about themselves, and everyone has a story to tell. By following your own curiosity and being genuinely interested in whoever you're interacting with, you're going to make them feel interesting. As a result, they're more likely and most likely going to reciprocate and be interested in you as well. At tip number 4, we have ask good questions. The quality of your questions will determine the quality of your conversations. Whatever you do, avoid asking close-ended questions, which can be answered by either a yes or no if you want to have more engaging interactions. What I would recommend is for you to ask more open-ended questions. That's going to encourage whoever you're speaking with to share more information about them. As an example, instead of asking, "Do you like your job?" you can ask, "What is it about your job that you like?" The first question requires a one-word answer, but the second requires an explanation. The more information you have from another person, the easier it'll be for you to keep the conversation going. At tip number 5, we have explore mutual interests. We like people who are similar to us in order to build rapport with others very quickly. Look for things that you have in common right away. If you think about it, most conversation topics fall under work and career, hobbies and interests, passions and ambitions, travel and events, and family upbringing. If you've been paying close attention to the person you're talking to and have been asking good questions, chances are it'll be easy for you to explore mutual interests. The more you do this, the faster you'll turn a stranger to an acquaintance and eventually to a friend. At tip number 6, tell a joke. Another real easy way to break the ice is to tell a joke. According to Don Masler, author of Men Chase, Women Choose, the neuroscience of meeting, dating, losing your mind, and finding true love is laughter. As laughter releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, a goofy pickup line or a cheesy joke can be a great way to create a comfortable, lighthearted atmosphere for the rest of the conversation. Just be careful to steer clear from jokes that are overly political, vulgar, or crass. Those kinds of jokes might go over well with your friends, but they're not the greatest way to make a good first impression on a stranger or casual acquaintance. This might seem like a redundant statement, but landing a joke at the beginning of a conversation lets you interlocutor know about you that you have a great sense of humor. Coincidentally, when women aged 21 to 54 were asked what characteristics they found most attractive in men, a good sense of humor was ranked highest out of all possible personality traits. If you establish yourself as a funny guy at the offset of a conversation, you have a much higher chance of seeming attractive to your conversational partner. At number 7, we have pay attention. In talking to women, it can feel incredibly daunting to start the conversation, especially if it was just an online match. Oftentimes, even after you shoot your shot, the woman in question leaves you hanging, never bothering to message you back. In order to increase your chances of actually starting a conversation over an online dating platform, take the time to look at her photos and bio to see if you share a similar hobby, taste in music, or a favorite hangout place. And a bonus tip really quick is listen. Instead of trying to force a conversation when you're meeting someone for the first time, ask questions that allow them to talk about themselves a little bit more. People love talking about themselves. This gives you time to go off of what they talk about and try to stay relatable. I know I mentioned this before, but I thought I'd like to reiterate this because I think listening is the number one important thing when conversating.